Hey guys, happy Saturday. Okay, this is our second attempt. I'm doing my small business Saturday shout out, and I'm featuring my good friend Tulani Thomas, a fellow Eagle from North Carolina Central University. So before I go too much into it, I want to just make sure that we can bring Tulani on because we're doing the whole virtual thing. And that we can, I'm waiting for her. Uh, let's see. As soon as Tulani jumps on. If you're catching the replay, I'm sorry for this. Just bear with me a little bit, guys, and just jump ahead, like fast forward about like 10 seconds or so. Okay, I think Tulani's here. So let's go ahead. I'm not getting the option to bring her on. Now what in the world? I see you, Tulani, but I don't have the option to bring you on. Let's see. Add. Okay, let's see.
Does it work?
It works. Can you hear me?
So sounds good.
Whew, hallelujah. Okay, so guys, bear with us a little bit. I know that intro was a little choppy, and I didn't put a description because I was like, let's just see, because sometimes with this connection thing, you never know what you're gonna get. So, Tulani, you hear me well?
I can hear you. All good to go.
Yeah. All right, Ray. So if you can hear, if the sound is clear, whoever's watching, just give me all good. So I know we're all good. And I'm just gonna jump right in. So for those of you who don't know me, welcome. My name is Veronica Martin. I am a small business owner. I run an awesome makeup and skincare business right here from my phone, wherever I am. And I really love what I do. And part of what I decided to do with my platform is to lift up other small business owners, people. I started off, really shouting out people who I saw on Facebook and the internet. But then I was like, I have a whole network of entrepreneurs and mom, how do you say it, Tulani?
Mompreneurs. Yeah. Mompreneurs.
I got a whole bunch in my pocket. I got a whole bunch, and especially my fellow Eagles from Central.
Absolutely.
So, so that being said, today I'm featuring Tulani Thomas. So Tulani and I went to the same school, and the reason what brought this small business Saturday shout out is, my youngest son recently started kindergarten, and I'm always looking for books, not just like fluff books, like books with a purpose that'll teach him. And for those of you who follow me on Facebook, my family has really been on a journey of wellness and lifestyle changes. So I came across TuTu's Green World, written by my lovely, my old classmate, my former classmate. I bought the book and I love it. So I had to shout Tulani out. And then I discovered it's so much more than just this book. So we're going to get into that. Tulani, can you take a few minutes, just introduce yourself to everybody, tell them a little bit about who you are. Your journey is awesome, so please share about that as well.
Sure, V. Well, thank you for having me today, Veronica. I really appreciate it. So my name is Tulani Thomas, born and raised in the Bronx. I ended up at North Carolina Central University on an academic scholarship, and I loved it. We had a ball. And then I went back home to New York, and I was a CPA with Ernst & Young and Martha Stewart for 4 years. Didn't like it. Went back down to North Carolina. This time I was about 5 minutes up the road at Duke, and I decided to study law and business. So I got my JD MBA there. And then I went back home to New York. I'm a New York girl. What can I say? Although now I reside in Jersey, which I would have never believed. And when I went back home, I decided to do corporate law. So I practiced that for 4 years. And after I had my daughter, so I have a daughter and a son. And when my daughter was, after I had my daughter, I decided, and I was able to not have to go back to the law firm. And that's when I decided to do TuTu's Green World.
Okay, so you went from being a corporate attorney to author. So
I did.
Being an author is something you always had like a desire for? Like, how did we? What was the motivation to write this book is incredible. I love it, and truthfully, I kind of got some ideas like with all the projects and the things that TuTu was doing. I was like, ooh, that's a great idea, TuTu. So
well, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, no, it educated me as well, and I loved it, and I enjoyed reading it with my son. And then, like when we brush his teeth, he turns off his water. So tell me a little bit about how you went from being a corporate attorney to now I'm writing a children's book about going green. Like, is this your
Absolutely. I know that is a leap. I personally think that we all have a couple of stories in us, right? That that we need to share. I was just thankful that I had the opportunity to do that. I've always written. It's been therapeutic for me. So I decided to, when I had my children, my creative juices were flowing. Like yourself, I was looking for children's books, right? And there just weren't that many children's books that had Black main characters. And I said, well, why not, do one, for my children? But then also the few books that I did find, I thought the topics were either they were like both spectrums, either like super, super fluffy, like, okay. Yeah. Or like so deep and so heavy. Like, I don't want to read about segregation to my, 4-year-old. In due time, we'll get there, but not right now, So I thought that, I can't be the only mother feeling like this. So that's what brought about the book as far as from a Black character. But then also I wanted the character to address a global issue, because all moms want beautiful children's books for their children that have a beautiful message. And I decided on the environment and going green because that's really who I am. That's who I've always been. Anyone who has known me, whether it's high school, college, I was always the brunt of many jokes because I was the, the kid with the lunch that nobody wanted. I had my parents, they raised us as pescatarians, like pesca what? It was like only fish, only seafood, and vegetables, nuts and berries, and that's what I was all about. I was a track runner, I was a dancer, so I had the whole exercise thing going. And as a mother, I was instilling that, or I had planned to back then instill that into my kids. And it was sort of like, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy soul, but you also have to have a healthy environment. And that expands past the four walls of your home. That expands to your community as well, as a whole. So that's how the whole TuTu Goes Green came about, and, then the company.
I love it. The book is incredible. I love it. I'm not wrapping up. I'm just showing the book because I love the fact that TuTu actually looks like my daughters when they were about this age. So that really drew me to it. The illustration in the book is great. The lessons are wonderful. My son now wants an organic cotton blanket. Thank you, TuTu.
Those aren't cheap. Those aren't cheap.
I know they're not. We're going to get one big one and wrap all the Martin kids in.
Exactly. Share it. Sure.
So what I loved was learning that, at first I reached out to you because I was like, oh, this is such a great book. I love it. I want all my teachers to get it. I want to order one for my teacher's classroom, for Julian School and kindergarten. All the teachers watching, this is a great educational book about how these children at such a young age can do their part. And even in such a small role, they can play their part in making the environment in this world better. And that's a great thing for these young kids to learn to have ownership of, like, no, I'm doing this. And, because Julian's at that age where he feels he likes having responsibility. He likes knowing that he's done something good. So this teaches that, but it's so much more than just, TuTu is a whole movement now.
Yep. I mean,
love it.
You hit it right on the head. That was exactly what my mind frame was. And when I wrote the book, I honestly was just looking at it from a single book perspective. I knew I decided to self-publish. That's kind of where the legal background came in for me, because I wanted to own the rights to the image and to the image of the character TuTu, and I wanted to own the rights to the all of the illustrations. I really wanted to have a lot of creative control.
Right.
And once I was really got into at various libraries, various bookstores. I realized that this movement, this global issue really transcends all mothers, all races, and we're kind of all in the same fight, right? Like we want to be here for generations, and we want to leave this world a better place. But I decided to mainly focus on the children, and so I decided to turn TuTu's Green World. The mission is to teach the next generation how to live green. Yeah, because now we're older and we're trying to learn green habits, right? Whether that is trying to give up meat, trying to give up, cheese or dairy, or trying to remember to not combine all the garbage in the same bag, but to recycle. If those are habits that we instill in our children from, when they're very, very young, we don't have to relearn when we become, they won't have to relearn when they become adults. Right. And that's where the whole mission of TuTu's Green World came about. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Because I think also we're doing so great with time, Tulani. We're gonna be able to keep it under our 15 minutes. So I just love the fact that sometimes when people think about going green, you get a little overwhelmed, like it's gonna take so much, it's so many changes, I can't do that. But I love the fact that even like on your website, or when we talk about TuTu's Green World, there are small steps that we can all take. So us as, the older generation feel like, oh my gosh, it's so much. But, there are little things we can do here and now. And those little things that we instill in our children moving forward, that's going to be second nature to them. And it's like a guideline. So it's absolutely beautiful. I thank you for playing a part in my parenting and making me a better mom. Thank you so much.
That's hard to do because, you set the bar pretty high, V, over there with your 4 babies.
Sure.
With the babies.
me, Poomy, and Jesus. That's all. Me, Poomy, and Jesus. But I thank you. So, all right. So I want to just close this because guys. If you we're streaming this on Facebook. We're also going to share this live over on Instagram. Please tell everyone where they can find the book, where they can find you, and where they can find more information about TuTu's work.
Okay, thank you. So where you can find the book is available on Amazon right now. I have a website, and it's TuTu's Green World, and make sure you put the S there. It's TuTu's Green World .com, and there's an IG page, TuTu's Green World, and yes, we kept it up, TuTu's Green World all across the board. We also are working on a YouTube channel where I will be sharing more content. I'll be putting on green arts and crafts projects on there. Showing me and my children making some healthy meals in the kitchen. But I'm very active on IG, and my website is also up and running. And that's all of that is the handle of TuTu's Green World.
Beautiful. Nice consistency. Just make it nice and easy.
Yeah, yeah.
TuTuS, TuTuS, Green World. So I know, guys, I didn't have it in the description because we had a little bit of a challenge jumping on live. So I just jumped on. I'm going to go back and edit. So I'll put all of Tulani's information. If you guys are interested, what I love about the whole story is, Tulani made a very bold decision. And sometimes as women, it's hard for us to really follow our passion, to make a huge life-changing decision. You go to school for all of these years. I'm a corporate attorney. I've been a CPA. Now I have 2 children. You know what? I'm going to follow my dreams. I'm going to follow my heart. And the legacy of what this is going to do and what TuTu's Green World, I feel, goes far grander than, not trying to say you weren't an amazing attorney, but you're reaching people's homes. You're changing generations. You're changing mindsets. And that is so huge. But that stems from taking a leap and being bold and believing. And, if God puts something on your heart, he puts it there for a reason. But it's up to us to see it through and to help you and guide you. But you have to take that first step. So faith without works is dead. So congratulations on this amazing first step. And we're going with TuTu. And thank you for impacting all of our homes and lives and our children.
Thank you so much, V, for having me. I really, really appreciate it. I do.
You're welcome. I love you. We're good. Guys, be blessed. Be a blessing to others. I'll see you on the next Small Business Saturday.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Tulani.